Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fish Tank. I'm Bad as Fish 80 and the Fish Tank, as always, is sponsored by Sneak Energy. Remember, use code FISH if you wish at sneakenergy.com. We've got some 2v2 tournament final action for you today, and we have a special guest. We are joined by Mr. DFogoX. DFogo, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing very fine, very excited. I've been promising some very good and great matches.
We
so
shall
I'm just
see.
looking forward to what's going to be.
Great stuff. Now, I know you're on a bit of a tight schedule, so we'll try and be as efficient as possible. Now, today we've got the 2v2 final, which is the 2v2 number 20. This is going to be between Blitz Vernichtung, which is Nataraja and RickG, and Patient Snakes, which is dragoN and Pom. Now, Patient Snakes came through from the winners bracket, so they have a second life, so we do have the potential of a best of 5 reset. So this is best of 5. There will be conquest rules, and once the bans, both teams have banned Volko.
Alright.
Many tournaments here in the Fish Tank, 1v1 and 2v2 every month. We're going to get into our game number 1 as quickly as possible here. I believe you're on the click to continue screen, DFogo?
Yep. All good.
Okay, here we go. Fingers crossed. 3, 2, 1, go.
Showtime!
So we can see that both teams are playing Setsu, but one team is playing Morelia and the other playing Valorian.
What is yours?
This is interesting because this sounds like masters that are going to be very strong at third perk. Well, Setsu is incredibly strong at third perk, and Morelia has her spike with the dragon, and the Valorian has the spike with the increased heal and damage from the searing line. So let's see how that's going to be.
Okay, yeah, both teams have banned Volko.
And I would say it makes lots of sense banning Volko.
I may have forgotten to add your cam to this, so let me just do that quickly.
Yeah. Alright. So, from this we can already suspect that dragoN and Pom are playing some sort of extension combo associated with a control and quick cycle Setsu. And RickG and Nataraja seem to be playing some... Oh, wow! Okay, so they are playing some type of aggressive combo mixed with Void Altar. That's a card that's not very often seen, but it has a huge potential right now, especially with Setsu, because Setsu can jump on the souls, and we can all see how they have Unholy Ground. The little skeletons that spawn can also grab the souls, same with the jumping monkey that we saw. So they are going full in on Void Altar combo. Alright, let's see how that goes. dragoN and Pom seem to be doing a very good job defending Void Altar.
Okay, right, I fixed that. Sorry, I'm back.
Okay, now that's scary. That's very scary. This is pressure. This is what happens when you don't control Void Altar. Wow, just now. Oh, and the monkey's getting more damage. This might be it. I don't think they have the tools to handle this. Wow, that was fast.
That's going to be a quick first game.
Yep.
Okay, now you guys are saying he's too quiet.
I need to get more excited.
I messed that up so much as well. I had the wrong scene set up. I didn't have your cam on. It was just brilliant. I told you he was quiet and nobody believed me. What do you mean? We audio tested for like 20 minutes. Oh my god. Okay.
Very, very good. Well, that was a quick game. I mean, I guess it does make sense what we just watched, because one combo was running very aggressive stuff and the other combo was going for late game. So if you are running a late game combo and you do not have the necessary tools to defend from possible aggro combos, you will be at disadvantage, which is basically what we just saw. dragoN and Pom were running extension, which is more late game, while RickG and Nataraja were going very aggressive. They managed to set up a Void Altar behind the Yahoo. Not just that, if I'm not mistaken, they managed to get all the souls of the Void Altar, which is really something very big that can happen. And in that case, they paid 8 mana and they got 15 mana total, which means they got a value of 7 mana if math is not wrong. That's very huge when you're attacking and you have 7 extra mana to attack, then your opponent has to defend. So that was a very good combo, very well played.
Okay, right, we had some technical issues there. Mostly, if not all of them, were my fault, so apologies about that. So, Sorry, who took that first game? I didn't see any of it.
RickG and Nataraja won very quickly, then very aggressive combo, flawlessly executed, getting full value out of Void Altar.
Okay.
That's the one-liner. That's what comes out in the newspaper tomorrow.
How are we sounding in the chat with the volumes now? I turned him up a little bit on my end. Just stop yelling at me. I'm doing my best here. I told you he was quiet, and everyone in the chat told me no, then he's not quiet, and then as soon as we started, they're like, he's quiet. Yeah, but the game shouldn't be any louder than it always is. That's the thing.
Ah, I need to compete with the game, not with your voice. I see.
Yeah, but if my voice is okay with the game, and your voice is the same as my voice, then your voice must be the same, must be okay with the game. No, but if he's the same volume as me, and I'm okay with the game, then... Oh my god!
I will speak louder, it's all gonna be fine.
Are you able to turn your mic up at all? I turn you up as much as I could here. I'm gonna have a freaking meltdown in a minute.
I can actually try, wait.
Okay. Okay, so that's game number 1. We'll get ready for game number 2 very shortly. I gave chat the benefit of the doubt. I believe them, and they were idiots. It's kind of off-putting. I mean, I haven't turned him down at all, so... I don't understand. He's always too loud.
Who's saying I'm always too loud?
Blanky. See, like you sound like better for me now. I turn you up a little bit.
I did nothing at all. Nothing.
How does he sound compared to me now? Getting the volume levels right is just the bane of my life.
I'm lower now. I'm even lower.
See, look, he says it's lower. Lissandra says it's fine.
How about everyone increases my volume, but only mine?
What if you turn the stream? Oh, God. I'll just whisper. Hi guys, welcome to the fish tank. You guys need to talk together. You want to talk together or talk over each other? He's always been lower. What do you mean? We shouldn't need to turn the game sounds down. Holy shit. Now you've made me click any key to continue.
Oh, it has happened to me as well.
Keep saying ping.
Like, it's not about clicking. If you literally Alt-Tab, he considers like those keys as clicking something to continue.
Okay, here's a good test. I'm going to say ping and you're going to say pong, and then we're going to keep going back and forward, and they'll tell us if it... Ping.
Pong.
Ping.
Pong.
Ping.
Ping.
Pong.
Ping.
Pong.
Ping.
Pong.
Pong.
Ping. Ping.
Pong.
Ping.
Pong.
Ping.
Pong.
Ping.
I mean, I've won by now, right? It's a little bit of testing ping pong.
Did that help, Pyria? Or are you just trolling us? Ah, fuck it.
It's by so little, you see?
Is he lower? Yeah, he is normally loud as shit, isn't he? Okay, here we go. Are you ready to queue into the next game?
I will talk louder. It's fine. I'm ready. I'm very ready.
Okay, here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go.
Masters, prepare to duel.
All right. So everyone swapped their masters.
All will despair.
I mean, RickG and Nataraja cannot play the same master combo, so they cannot be set to Valorian. So now they are playing the Spell Sister. They are playing Morelia and Miloin, while dragoN and Pom are playing Morelia and Valorian. Now they are the ones in Valorian. We can still suspect it's an Ascension since we see the Morelia.
Yep, it is an Ascension deck, and we know dragoN loves to play his Ascension decks.
Yep. Oh, but that was a misplayed here, a misplayed pincer. Let's hope it doesn't do much. Yeah, they know it was misplayed. We see Wreckwalker a lot. Here's the advantage of Wreckwalker as the very cheap reach grab. We know some changes, but I believe we can leave those commentaries for another time.
Yep. Now I believe this match was played, it took them a while to schedule this match, and they were running out of time before the patch. And I think they played this on the day, I think maybe Pom had his vaccine on that day, and the rest of them were all tired, but they had to play it. I don't know if they're just trying to suggest some excuses or not.
We will believe in the heart of the players, right? So for sure they had
Okay, big breath coming in, of course, doesn't do anything like it used to, especially before a Cursed Ascension.
And very sad, because now we see even these last minutes it was dealing almost no DPS. It really was dealing nothing after Fireball. The bar doing something. It's very sad how the breath does not do anything at all right now. It was a necessary change. They are still keeping up. Like it's interesting to see how they are playing a late game combo, which is the Ascension, and however they are managing to keep up and actually be ahead on experience. This will probably mostly due to how dedicated Pom's deck is to control, to manage to compensate Ascension weakness.
We saw dragoN play in some finals recently, and his control was just perfect in those games, so that's something that really helps when it comes to the bridge control. Both teams are playing an Ascension deck. They're both very similar, one's at 43, one's at 40, so whoever gets to Ascension first could get a little buff for a little period of time.
For sure, yeah. It's very important to know when you're going to get Ascension, especially because sometimes you have two cards that have a Cursed Ascension effects, and you need to play them both to get the... you need to play one of them to get the Ascension. So you're in that very crucial moment where you need to be like, okay, which one am I going to play first to get the desired effect after? And that can be very crucial, especially when you are running Breath, because you might want the Breath extended, but also when you have Near View Slumbers. Doing an extra cycle with Near View Slumbers can be impactful, so all those aspects need to be considered. Let's see how both teams are going to manage. Right now they are quite tied up, the difference of around 10 to 20 experience, but as you were saying, the key moment where Cursed Ascension is hit is going to be very crucial.
A decent push coming at the top here, got a lot of HP that needs to be worked through. The Whirly Scrat's going to do a good job there, but it's going to get taken out pretty quickly. Just going to survive. No, it just goes down.
I mean, the Blast Mancer on bots did help a lot to clear up the push on top. Nice, reverse this defense is doing so much against these guys. There's an Near Slumbers from RickG and Nataraja to kill those little crossbow dudes. Probably going to see another one on bots. No.
So they're both playing some Slumbers, which you don't have to play Nirva in an Ascension deck, but in this case they are. That means they can just keep getting dragons over and over again.
Yep. I mean, it's usually how people say, like, if you can't beat them, join them, right? So if you can beat dragon, join them, right? Let's get our own dragon. Our team has a dragon of their own. Something like that.
Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be all about how they deal with the dragons, really. Looks like Pom and dragoN are going to have their dragon first, but they may not choose to use it immediately.
Yep. I mean, we saw how just now dragoN opted to play the Breath already after the Cursed Ascension to get those skeletons spawning, get that extra pressure.
Yep. Both teams had a Cursed Ascension now.
Yep. And both teams basically had the same experience. Okay, RickG and Nataraja winning the bridge fights on top and bot.
Very close. Okay, dragoN and Pom go first with their dragons. Spawn it defensively, give themselves as much time to support it as possible.
And this is the Perks dragon. It is important to notice, this is the Perks dragon. So right now, after this, and this is the Perks dragon again, alright. Very interesting. See, sometimes people prefer to play the dragon card first, because the moment that dragon card is played, they play the perk card, and when that perk card is on the field, they manage to cycle to the Slumbers again and get the third dragon, basically always having the dragon on the field. But right now that might be harder, because after playing the second dragon, they will need to cycle again, they will hope to get a third.
That Curse Bear at the bottom just murdered that dragon.
Yeah. And the dragon on top the same, another Curse Bear keep killing it. But this is probably an indicator that none of the teams is expecting to need the continuous 3 dragons pressure. They are in a very similar position. Now the one does have Miloin, the other has Valorin. If I had to say, I think Miloin's gonna have an advantage, because these golems can do a very good job supporting the dragons.
Yeah, for sure. These really close matches, it can just be about who gets to Mana Frenzy just a few seconds before. If you've got the bridges at that point, You're just able to just get that extra mana, and then you can just lock the bridges down, and your opponent can't get back into that. But we'll see if that happens. At the moment, it's the red team, dragoN Palm, that are ahead on XP. Again, dragon spawn defensively.
But now they can stack up a lot behind. Oh, and we see Curse Bear instantaneously played on the same lane just to prepare for that curse.
Yeah, both teams do have the Curse Bearer, which does a great job against the dragon. When you spawn it defensively like that, it gives you time to support it, but the offshoot of that is you give a little bit of bridge control away.
Yeah.
So there we saw dragoN and Palm were ahead on XP, but they spawned that dragon defensively, and Nataraja and RickG have caught up now.
Very true. And these Bara looting enemies and guaranteeing that they are going to take longer to grab the bridge can also be very impactful, because as we were saying before, those few extra seconds in Mana Frenzy can mean a lot. Right now, everyone's fighting on the top bridge and on the bottom bridge. Yep, everyone runs to always in the ring neutral, because both teams are basically 10 experience away from Mana Frenzy.
Yeah, they both know that they just need to keep these bridges, one bridge each. It looks like they're both... Okay, there we go, bridge grab at the bottom.
Yep, one tick and 2 ticks. Okay, so they got it 2 ticks before. Let's see how impactful it is, because right now, dragoN Palm instantaneously populated those bridges.
Oh, that horde clear at the top with the Blast Mancer. This is huge for Nataraja and RickG right now.
Yep, they have the bridges. This might be, like, at this point, when both... Oh! dragoN stayed in front of the bridge. So right now, dragoN Palm needs to do that. And they still have Deepest numbers. They have not cycled their dragon yet. It's going to be very hard for them.
This time you can see they spawn the dragon more offensively, because they know they need to contest those bridges. Rat's getting huge value here. That dragon's very healthy at the top.
Yep, dragon pressure. And this is the thing, right now, dragoN Palm are forced to play on the bridge instead of focusing on counter-pushing and building up stuff. No, they need to be constantly on the bridge, so they will not always be doing
favorable trade. Golem on face doing massive damage.
Yep, Golem is also on face. He's probably going to be hit.
Yeah, it looks super close, but it looks like the dragoN Palm are going to just be beaten out. That is 2 games to 0.
Yep, very well done. Like, close match this one. Nothing to do with the previous match. Very interesting how dragoN and how RickG and Nataraja swapped from a very aggressive combo to win before 2 minutes to a combo where they are going super late game and are winning at 8 minutes. Very, very good. Wow.
Does that make it difficult to decide what to play against someone when they're switching from control decks to aggro decks and you're not really sure what they're going to do?
I mean, we can see how dragoN and Palm were still betting on more control and how to, but still had better tools to deal with pushes.
Okay, so that's 2 games to 0. We'll get us up to game number 3. Remember, the blue team, Nataraja and RickG, they're coming through from the losers bracket, the redemption bracket, so they have to win 2 best-of-5s to come out on top here. But they are 2 games to 0 up at the moment. So they've started as well as they could. Can they continue? Can they close out this first best-of-5 and force a second one? Or can the patient snakes, dragoN and Palm, our red team, try and get back into it? We'll find out very soon. Just getting set up here with our replays. We're using our dual deck technology so we can see both players, both sides, all 4 players. Quad deck technology. Mind blowing.
Very mind blowing.
So here we go. Game number 3. Should be this one. Okay, are you ready to start, Tifogo?
I'm on click to continue. We all good? All replays good? All scores good? Everything updated? We ready to go?
Score just needs to be 2-0. Yep, thank you. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Go. Alright, what are we seeing? Oh, both teams now playing Stormbringer. dragoN and Palm have a Morelia, and RickG and Nataraja have a Valorian. Alright. So dragoN is still playing Morelia, so we can already suspect he's playing Extension. And RickG and Nataraja might be going for some pushes. We've seen that as when they were playing Valorian previously, they were playing with Void Altar. Let's see what comes out now.
Okay, so 2 games to 0 to the blue team, looking to close out this first best-of-5 and force a reset. The red team, dragoN and Palm, looking to get back into this.
Wow, that
Here
was
we see,
huge TAS value.
Yeah, the TAS doing massive damage, basically a fireball in a long line.
Yup.
170 damage to everything it hits.
This basically means that we can already see that this is an extension with the Outlander tech combo. very interesting combo. All right versus another Outlander combo. We could probably already suspect this because right now Stormbringer, especially in 2v2s, it's very played with Outlander tech, since the other alternative is usually crystals. But Outlander has more potential for increased pushes, and you don't need to wait for that second perk spike with the marksmanship. So very interesting also we are seeing. This is scary. Like, at this point I would be scary, especially an extension.
This is a big push, and we've seen the Brub with the Burning Fist come back recently, and he's a very tanky unit. When he drops his Holy Fire, starts healing himself and killing anything around it, it can be really difficult to remove him. And look, that's massive damage already taken by the red team.
Very big. dragoN Bomb needs to contain this and find a way to deal with all that. Boom Buggy is probably gonna go down. Yeah, there goes Boom Buggy. This world is probably gonna be shredded. Wow. That's the power. Oh, and already lots of stacks. Lots of cheats.
Yep. Dude, the scrapyard can give massive value, and both teams are going to want to try to shut that down as much as possible. But we'll see what options they have. We saw earlier there was a breath used on it, not hugely beneficial, but it can stop some units coming out.
Yep. Although I cannot say it's always a good answer because, as we see, most Outlander, well, some Outlander units are flying, especially the ones that came out of the scrapyard. So you do have the risk of playing breath, scrapyard giving a unit before dying. It's a flying unit. So let's say it's a 3-mana unit, which is the lowest kind you can get. You still just played 7 mana to clean a 4-mana building that generated 3 mana, so it's like a 1 mana. So you played 7 mana for 1 mana. That can be a very bad trade. Let's see how it goes this time.
Getting really shut down.
Yeah.
Has he got time for another cycle? Every 5 seconds it will pop something out if it's got the tech available, I think.
This is the pressure. Here we are seeing how much pressure scrapyard can apply. Hellfire doing insane amount of damage.
So when you're playing against someone with the TAS, you want to spread stuff out as much as possible. You don't want to just push everything through one lane and just get fully shredded by it. You see the ATG drains in the middle, and then we got stuff at the top and the bottom. Still a lot of HP being lost by the red team. They're down to just over 500 HP at the moment. It's not over yet.
They are very close to over though, and that aimbot though. They are gonna die. Wow, they killed it just on Ring of Time.
Oof, there's the werewolf.
But
they are alive.
Just need skeletons. I do feel like this rally should be doing HP sequence right now. Whatever. Life sucks. Yeah, literally be sucking life. Alright. They are hanging on by so little. They do not have the breath right now to play on bottom, although this might be beneficial to them.
It's so difficult to play.
This can be alright. They see them just on time. That's very good.
When you have such low HP, that you can't make a single mistake. And again, they've got to try and take this brother out. And this guy's tanky. He's healing.
Oh no! dragoN just played on top.
I think that was a mistake. They're not going to boom buggy with the range.
dragoN had a skeleton horde. I feel like that the skeleton horde on bot would probably have given them a few more seconds. I don't know at what point it would be very impactful, because those Wolf Among Sheep were played on top to protect the scrapyard. So like you played on top in hopes to get some value to get you back on the game. But to get back in the game, you need to be alive. It was a really delicate position they were in.
So just to clarify how the scrapyard works, I think it generates a unit every time you have 100 tech. Is that correct? So when you spawn it, it consumes all your tech, and then it spits that tech back out every 5 seconds.
So and right now, I think it's not exactly like that. If I'm not, I think that's how it would be. The tech is given back to you in intervals of 5 seconds, but the units are spawned when you have over 100. So there is no interval on the spawning. That's the thing, and you gain tech also by drawing. So you might just spawn a unit, and because you have the 100, like you just drew like a beam of doom. So that gives you insane amount of tech. You get 100, you spawn a unit. Now the scrapyard procs gives you more tech. You just played something, drew another unit. This all in a spawn of 2 seconds, and another unit spawns. So that's why scrapyard pressure can be huge. You don't need to wait those 5 seconds to get units. You just need to get 100 tech. That can be very imbalanced, because you can get 20 mana. Well, 20 might be very, very hard, but you can easily get 10 to 15 mana value in a spawn duration of 2 to 3 seconds,
Yeah,
based on what outlander cards you're drawing.
Those huge pushes, if it's unanswered, can just shut a game down.
It's insane. I do feel it's like slightly tricky, like something should be done about this. As you were saying, if the units could be spawned from 5 to 5 seconds, it would for sure be much more balanced. But or the other way around, you get tech from 3 to 3 seconds, but you only do this validation of if you have 100 tech or more on the same interval of 3 to 3 seconds, then maybe Scrapyard could be more, like, less of that huge impact. But as it is right now, you do a huge impact. It's just different because having a continuous summoning of units can also be very good.
Yeah. Okay, so that means that the blue team has taken the first best of 5 by 3 games to 0. So that means that the red team now invoke their second life. So the second best of 5 will now happen. We're going to have a reset. Both teams get to reban, but they have chosen both to ban Volko again. So we're going to go into a second best of 5. This is the final best of 5. Whoever wins this wins the tournament. So this is the beauty of the dual elimination tournament. Whoever got through from the winners bracket still has that second life. The blue team has already used their second life earlier in the tournament. Okay, so let's reset ourselves to 0-0, and we are going to go in. Are you ready for the next game, Defogo?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2,
wait,
whoa,
sorry,
whoa, hold it.
I forgot to swap sides.
It's okay, no problem.
All right, and I'm on the click to continue thing.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome
What
to
are
another
we seeing?
exciting round.
So Millowin and Stormbringer on dragoN and Palm side, Valorian and Millowin on RickG and Nataraja. Well, since it resets, they can once again use the master combos they have previously used, correct?
Yeah. Everything resets with the reset, so the bans can be rebanned, and the conquest rules are reset as well. So the masters they've won with, the combo they've won with, can be played again.
That was very weird. I feel like Millowin just did a blind attack. Okay, that was interesting. A blind, no, like a null. This feels like dragoN and Palm won the first bridge fight, but RickG and Nataraja are already investing. Oh wow, that's a lot of things. Weird fireball though, but very good.
Hypno's going to be good though.
The statue hitting the Shen, that can be very big. Oh wow.
Shen survives as well, and he takes 2 hits. He's going to start working on the golem as well now. There's a Curse Bearer in as well. That blue golem from the red team's not going to last very long at the top, and there's a bit of a push coming.
They really need to deal with this. Everything is very low, so it's not super scary, but it is still something. There's the heal. Oh wow.
Just missed it. Of course, in the new patch that's dropping on Monday, the delay on the heal is going to be down to 1.5 instead of 2 seconds, so it probably would have landed in that case. But that doesn't help these guys here.
I mean, I think spoiling in the sense that saying it could land, because I was literally looking. They have a heal ball that could be so nice, and there it goes. I do like that though, but I'm not going to say anything more about it.
Yahoo!
With rock rivals on top. Wow.
There's a lot of HP on the field for the blue team.
It's so interesting how both teams just decided to go Zenchi out of nowhere. Taunts working with each other. Curse Bearer bots to work on these blue golem.
Hypnotize though.
Very good hypnotize.
Nicely done. The hypnotize doesn't actually hypnotize the curse, so it doesn't start cursing its own units, but it still basically does some damage.
Yep.
And most importantly, it forces the Yahoo to just attack its own unit.
Yep. And it also gave that Millowin golem a lot of time to deal more damage, to stay alive, to get threat. So it was very good hypnotize. See Shen again. And there's the rock rivals. So it appears to me that RickG and Nataraja have a slightly faster cycle, because dragoN and Palm do not have rock rivals in hand yet.
Such a like a cliched push from a Millowin with the rock rivals and the golem behind it. We've seen that many times. It's a very strong setup. There's the hill.
One
That's the hill they
time now.
needed.
Not just that, the heal ball triggered the Jing, so the Jing just stunned the jumping monkey that came. That's his.
Very nice trade. Yep. Remember, with the Jin Long, when a spell is played, it will disappear and then stun when it comes back. And that doesn't mean it's just a friendly spell. It's a friendly or an enemy spell. So both teams have got to watch out for that interaction.
dragoN and POM are once again getting very, very low. They are also behind in experience. RickG and Nataraja have been doing a very good job with these combos. They feel like they are always surprised with what to play. And I would describe that as something very fresh to see, because we saw dragoN previously played 3 times the extension, while RickG and Nataraja were always swapping. And once again, they are still swapping. 4th game, they are playing something we not seen them play before this match. Very good.
Okay, so we've got an XP lead for the blue team now. It was close, but they've started to push ahead now. They've now got their perk 3 ahead, so their golem at the top is going to be trading a lot better.
Yep. And even the fact that they are already getting benefits from this 3rd perk, like we can see these Melee golems now level 5, while POM's golems are dragoN golems are only level 1 yet. Well, they'll do in the beginning.
Again, the hill coming in, doing a great job.
The curse though.
Curse is just eating through that Yahoo.
Alright, 3rd perk now, let's see.
The next push is coming.
Oh wow! That wolf did not spawn because of the timing between the Zhao and the Seeing Light. That was so good. Getting the wolf there was the tank that they needed. They took like 200 damage, if I'm not mistaken, just because that wolf did not spawn. Wow. That
318 HP left for dragoN and POM. Very low HP. Remember, they lost the first 3 games. We're now into our 2nd best of 5. Can they get themselves on the board here? They don't want to lose any more momentum to their opponents. But they are definitely struggling at the moment.
Ooh, these rock purple from RickG is going to be shredded. That was probably too greedy on their part,
yeah,
I feel.
that blue golem just melts at the bottom there. It's not going to be very good at attacking Horde without support. But again, we've got the push at the top. Big golem at the top, big golem at the bottom.
Wow.
No
we are seeing so
bottom.
many details that are like some small plays that are being very impactful, because dragoN and POM are hanging on by like a very small thread right now. So they cannot afford to misplay against something very aggressive like this. Yeah, they just took some damage because of King Kong Ricochet.
Yeah. It's frustrating to deal with. They don't need any more than 1 HP to win this game. They need to be careful.
I mean, winning with 1 health means you calculated and manage the resource that hits your HP very well, right?
It's fairly stressful. Of course, Miluine's going to have ways of doing face damage. There is the Sunder available as well. Doesn't do what it used to do, but it is available potentially. Nice Hypnotize.
These bridge grabs are so good because they distract the Shen with 2 target units and grab the bridge. Now I need to play something that makes this... Ooh.
Hill, both teams pushing on each lane.
Okay, that was a good defense. RickG and Nataraja just hit Mana Frenzy. That's probably means that dragoN and POM cannot lose bridges right now.
Here we go, Mana Frenzy for the blue team.
Oh, spell's already going face. Yep. And dragoN and POM do not have mana to invest on it, but they are Mana Frenzy now right now, so it might just be on time to start.
This is very close. I'm not sure which way it's going to go.
Wait, was there not also Fireball?
I think that was in the previous game.
Alright, there's a spell. Can they stop it? Oof. Doing the spread hard and the spin.
Nicely blocked.
It is a nice block, but now they lost the... They lost the... For them. Yep, there's the golem. Oh, they played 2 tanks right now. Alright, I guess they do need to play everything they have.
Golem stacking at the top. That's a big push. Fireball, heal ball comes in. Does land.
Oh no! Wow, those angles, the geometry, getting the spell. I thought it was going to hit the golem. I was like,
yep. I think those missiles went over someone's shoulder. Absolutely nailed. Absolutely nailed face. Okay.
Wow.
So that means it's 1-0 to Nataraja and RickG. That means they've won 4 in a row. This is looking fairly dodgy for dragoN and POM.
Very dicey indeed.
They're going to have to really do something to get back into this. But we've seen in tournaments many times that you're never out until you're out, and there's always a chance.
Yep.
And we're going to find out exactly what's going to go on. So 1-0 to RickG and Nataraja. And let's get ready to go into game number 4. 5. Counting's hard.
I am now standing in a correct click continue. Click to continue.
I am almost there. Just need to set up this game and then switch the other one.
Yeah.
Good.
I was just like using the opportunity to say that this time I did not forget to swap the views.
No problem. Okay.
Do wonder what they're gonna play. Is dragoN gonna go back to Ascension? Are they still gonna play the million? That million is very strong, and even after the spell nerfs, like the spell nerf did put million and Morelia in a slight lower position compared to how they were before. But we do need to keep in mind that lots of spells are very playable, very spammable, and very cheap. Like the Bridge Buddies, the Shock Rock, all spells with 2 mana, even once beaten. And if you add how Wrecked Walker and once beaten now are a very good combo. All these 3 spells, very easy to have in a cycle deck, very strong, very effective. They can get a lot of value. So also in a Setsu deck, of course, with her reload and going on face.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go.
Game number 5.
Right.
It's on!
So RickG and Nataraja now playing Stormbringer Valor. We saw this combo previously, if I'm not mistaken, it is when they were playing Outlander, and dragoN is playing Morelia, which kind of hints us into Ascension. Bomb is now playing APAP, so they will probably be investing more on control this time, even more than before. As we know, APAP is really good in control, and the totem will provide as a defensive tool even to support Ascension, because Ascension lacks some defensive tools until late game. They might have it just now, and there it is. This is a scrapyard play right now.
They have any way of countering? There's a fireball coming that they might decide to go for.
If something spawns, I do believe the best timing to play a fire. Yeah, they might fireball that, just now getting the warrior and everything else. Yep, that was perfect.
Nicely done.
Yeah, that's how I think you can get most value there.
You want to watch out what spawns as well, because sometimes some stuff comes out with a shield, so it's not a case of just waiting for a spawn and then clicking the button. You've got to check to see is it still worth fireballing. But yeah, shutting that down is great. And that's going to be something they're going to try and do over and over again.
ATG getting very good value there. dragoN Palm investing on getting top. But is not threatening exactly because they have a Bara focus on the ATG. Oh wow! So Bara was gonna get ATG was gonna get in front of the Legionnaire. So Bara was gonna have to attack twice. But by playing those skeletons, they secured the bridge and they guaranteed Bara only needed to attack once. That was like a very small play, but that gave them a good amount of tempo. Like they kept the bridge, they dealt with everything faster. That was very good.
Yeah, the real trick is just when you're defending, is still trying to keep one toe on that bridge. That's what these players can do.
Alright, there's the next scrapyard. I do think one very interesting aspect to note about these players is that they are very prone to adapting to learning and improving and improving. In the previous matchup when dragoN was playing Ascension versus this Outlander, he was breathing those scrapyards. Right now, every single time scrapyard has come out, he has the breath. He has not been playing it because he realized from previous games they can probably get higher value if this is not breath.
Yeah, there's always different ways to skin a cat, and these guys are trying to figure out the most efficient way to do it. Again, Bara doing a great job there, shutting down the ATG drone.
Yep, he does do 2 attacks now. That's a very good breath on top. I would suspect that's what we're gonna see.
dragoN and Palm are ahead on XP. We haven't seen that too much so far.
Alright, interesting. So they did not use the breath. They opted to go with double horde, which is good because it does put more pressure on the field.
Little misplay at the bottom there. Tried to pick that up with the wall. They didn't quite get the, everything with the wall, and the Bara did take the air out. Okay, so here we go again. Scrapyard. What are they going to do? Fireball is available. They're looking to see, is it going to spawn something? Is it going to have a shield? Fingers on the button. Breath is available as well.
I would not fireball that. They have to read it. Yeah. I'm not
breath.
certain about 21st.
The
Yeah.
breath was worth it either. More expensive.
I'm not sure it was worth it. It dealt some damage on the. Oh wow! Wow! If that buff properly there. This is scary. Also, so many things going on. This is the pressure that Scrapyard can give. Scrapyard will not answer. Only spawn to a unit, but yep.
So I think about that at the bottom there. Instead of using the fireball, oh, it's a different deck anyway. I was thinking that like they use the breath because it means that they get to count the ascension, use all their mana towards the ascension.
Very good to suck right now. Wow, the Boomboy just leaves because of Valorian heals. This is the thing. I feel like these plays are the ones where Valorian shines the most. Like keeping a crucial unit, like exactly, there we go. I was gonna say, like now they can play a tank to support it. This tank supports the Boom Buggy, supports it, just play Scrapyard.
That is not a good fireball.
Especially with Scrapyard out, they might regret it. And Annihilation comes out. Yep, they killed the Boom Buggy with the skeletons, but now Annihilation is very good. Legionnaires just giving the front line that they needed. Another unit also spawn more. Okay,
now that's
this
where the breath
shines.
value.
Yep.
Everything that came out of that was, well, almost everything was
They
a ground
have totem,
unit.
they have totem. Oh my god, they are not. Oof.
Okay, XP's about the same. 1000 HP.
I guess
They
they
do
are.
have the totem, but they're not using it.
They probably, since they already dealt with. Oh wait, now? I guess now it's because like they dealt. Oh wow, this
Oh
Searing Light.
god. Oh god. Okay, it's just gonna
Oh,
survive.
it's still got the sniper though. Oh no,
Okay,
this.
Ooh, fireball.
That's
Some
yeah.
interesting plays. Maybe some tired plays. Maybe some I've just had my injection plays.
Let's go with that one. I feel like that's probably the most accurate one. Barry is doing a very good job. Not good is not enough to describe it. But now top is scary. Okay, Bomb needs to play a totem to give dragoN time to play their perk. Totem. Totem?
Totem!
Oh what?
Oh!
That dragoN. Oh. Alright. That's at least the. Oh wow, that Nivri is almost dead already. That was terrible.
Those range
might
units
change. The
There's
dragoN
no
does
way
not
they
have
can
mana
come
for
back.
anything else. He sucks some health. Wait,
Oh,
okay, I guess.
I still got something with the fireball.
that was probably the throw. At that point, they knew it was over. I do feel like they still had a chance there, but it needed to be like so
What dragon?
so precisely played, and at that point,
blink
it's
and you miss
really
it.
very taxing. We need to keep in mind they had like this was the fifth game, right? So they had like 4 games before. They have yet to win, so we can also suspect that their morale is quite lower compared to RickG and Nataraja, which is something that impacts the players.
That's right. They've won 5 games in a row, and conversely, their opponents lost 5 games in a row. 5 games in a row. So that's going to be real difficult. Right, let's get set up for game number 6. This could be the end of it, or it could be the start of something. Which way it's going to go, we'll find out very shortly. Hey. Right, that's ready to go.
Yeah, I had just a small spike, all good. All good.
Right. Okay, here we go. Game number 3 in the second best of 5. Are you ready to go, Defogo?
Almost. Swapping sides. Okay, good, all good. Excitement
here we go.
levels, check. Yes, all good.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. So dragoN and Pom seem to be playing Morality with Stormbringer, which
The
is, as
only
we saw
real
before,
victory for the
Outlander
void
with
is when the righteous do
Ascension.
nothing.
RickG, Nataraja, Valorian, Setsu. When they played Setsu previously, it was the Void Altar combo. This is interesting right now because Void Altar and Scrapyard work in a similar, you guys don't need to let me finish, work in a similar way in the sense that they are different from traditional spawners where you just spawn it over time. In this case, you need to do for it. You need to do something to get those units. In the case of the Scrapyard, it's of course much easier because you just need to generate tag. In the case of the Void Altar, that they are playing as we were mentioning, needs to be, you need to actually get those souls. Very good play. Wow!
Nice start. Okay,
wow. And not just that, the Jing, like the who Jing was dragoN bomb by simply HP, so they kind of killed their own HP. It wasn't basically already dead, but they made the Jing re-trigger. Oh, that set did
they
not
missed
come
it.
to the soul.
That's a little mistake.
Oh, and that's a huge one.
Not the soul.
But wow,
Still
that
haven't got it.
thunder was huge.
That's frustrating.
They might still get it because Void Altar has still has health. Yep. dragoN Bomb don't have. Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, so they got max value out of that, so that's great for them.
So they got the 7 mana value, while I don't believe dragoN Bomb got close 7 mana value, considering that the 3 mana value, the 3 mana card Sunder that RickG and Nataraja plays dealt a lot of damage.
The ATG drain just surviving is hugely important there to clear up that push, but that's a lot of face damage coming in. Already dropped down to under 50% HP at the red team.
Okay, they can put another scrapyard.
dragoN and Palm are fighting for their life here.
Very much. That was a nice HP suck. Again, the Frost Feathers. I like these Frost Feathers to get up those souls, but at the same time, Frost Feathers are of the cards that you can use to guarantee and secure the soul on your opponent's side. So I'm not completely sure it's good to use it to grab the soul on your side, nevertheless. Oh! Oh wow!
Whelp's nice, but it's going to go down. Still one soul available.
But that's from the Shen. The Void Altar was about to be hit by the Brother of Light, and when Void Altar dies, all souls come back, and that stun from the Shen stopped it. They did not manage to get the soul, but if they did, that would have been super impactful.
So we've got an XP lead for the red team now. They did take a lot of damage early on, but here, if they can get back, they get a good push coming out from the scrapyard at the top, they can certainly put some pressure on their opponents.
Yep.
Again, they're going to get some extra bridge control here because the Yahoo is spawned really defensively, so the bridges are going to stay red for a while.
Now I'm doing these color plays because I'm seeing blue and I'm seeing red.
Yeah, I know, it's confusing when I say that.
It's fine.
Okay, so the tap's out.
Good job, right? Very good Vara. Why is this a good Vara special? Because bridges now are blue. Well, red. And I literally just said I can do the job. Great. Bridges now are red, so they gain more time. And honestly, when you are playing versus an aggressive combo like this, being able to bet and secure experience is huge.
Okay, oh, that wolf just failing to pick up
It's
the
probably
soul
going
at
to be a
the
breath
top.
top. Not just any breath, a third first breath that comes with your extra free dragon, near in this case. Ooh. They need to be careful though. It's good. Oh, they played. Alright, so you see, this is the meaning of gambling. Alright, that they have the tempo and the dragon and the pressure, but still, like scrapyard, when your opponents are on your side of the field, is very risky. And we saw, by luck, well, not luck, it was very most likely calculated, but by a very precise calculation, they managed to get a 4 mana drop out of that scrapyard just before scrapyard died, so they ended up not actually losing that much mana until the from the card spawned. But oof. Boys, that was close.
It's a decent push. The dragon's going to be dead soon. ATG drain's still in there. Going to get some good face damage off here. They're pushing. They're really pushing.
They might just turn it around with it. This is a scary.
Oh, they're taking massive damage.
There it goes. Wow.
They're back in it.
They're back in it. Yeah. Still losing for 2-1, but yeah, very back in it.
Is the comeback on? 2 games to 1. Now that's got to be nice for them. They've lost 5 in a row. They've now got themselves back. They've got a win under their belt. That could be what they need to turn that round. But that was a great push at the end there, and just the power of the task being able to come in and finish it off. That was all they needed there. The dragon did what the dragon needed to do.
The dragon did what the dragon needed to do. He just plays Simpson and beats them with the Nivir on their face. I mean, I'm saying Nivir on their face. Nivir wasn't even on their face. Like, Nivir was just such a huge pressure that by needing to invest mana to keep him busy, you just don't have the mana to deal with everything else.
Okay, so we're getting set up here for game number 4 in this second best of 5. It's 2 games to 1 at the moment.
I have it already. All good.
Okay, I'm nearly there. Can they do it? We'll find out.
Oof. Before we start, do we bet on what we are going to see?
I haven't got a clue, to be honest.
It's true. I mean, we've seen both teams play a lot of different strategies. Of course, mainly Ascension and also a good presence from Outlander Scrapyard. I want to see the Zenshi. I like that Zenshi. Because Zenshi can be very powerful, but it does feel like it's a bit underrated compared to the other combos we've just mentioned. So
yeah, but of course with the Conquest rules, once they've won with a master selection, a master combo, they need to play something else. So we'll see how that pans out. Right, are you ready to go?
All good to go.
Okay, here we go, leading into game number 4 in this second best of 5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, all good. What do we have? So the Milowin APEP that you saw before. So this is the combo that had Rock Rivals. I feel it will not have Rock Rivals this time because I'm seeing a different card. Well, we all are, right? We are all seeing the Yahoo now. But RickG and Nataraja are playing the Spell Sisters. So that is the Ascension.
And
interesting now that there's Ascension and not Dragon, right?
Yep.
Okay.
A very versatile player. He does play a lot of Ascension, but he plays a lot of other stuff as well. But whatever he plays pretty damn flawlessly.
I think it's very fair and accurate to say that everyone can have a strategy they prefer, like they enjoy the most to play, and that does not imply they will not be very good players with everything else. There we go. Alright, rather off light. And the Rock Rivals as well, so they are just going with everything. That Rock Rivals might be,
huge work at the top though. To soften everything off.
Statue's gonna kill the Golem. Statue just kill the Golem. Wow, that's very cool. That's very huge. Fireball. Feel kind of unneeded because it's not gonna give them the bridge. They might as well just let them come on your side.
An illusionary cleaver doing face damage there. Don't see that too often.
Very true. And the cool thing about it is that illusionary cleaver can trigger Voidborn Wound, which kind of means nothing in these games if they have nothing that plays with it. But actually it can play with itself. I'll send Greg this. Like the illusion cleaver from perk 1, if he manages to cycle before it reaches face, it can give Voidborn Wound on himself. But then again, his Voidborn Wound would trigger but does nothing. It's probably cooler to see in the case of the illusion Whelp, because he can trigger himself to become a Dragon Pact.
Okay,
no way that Golem is gonna leave. No way.
See, to me that illusionary
cleaver,
that illusionary cleaver looks like it's back to the old illusionary cleaver model where you used to be able to tell it was an illusionary cleaver. That looked like you could. That looked really light skinned to me, and that was how you was used to tell it before. We'll look at the next one.
Okay, so that's the pressure from the Yahoo. And it is interesting right now. Okay, now they separated because they are aware of the threat of the Curse Bearer. But it is interesting to see how Dragon and Palm are betting on this pressure from pushes, but they are still having experience.
Yeah, they're having experience, and there's a big push coming out on the top.
That's
Fireball. A bit of wind in their sail now after that victory in the last game.
This is how the changes in morale effect. You can see like they are. I feel like they're doing some more misplays right now.
That Vara's doing a great job at the top.
And they protect the Vara from no, so they let the Whirly get into the Vara. Yeah.
Fireball, good value. Fireball doesn't quite get everything.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, but still very good value because that one Legionnaire is barely going to do anything. I feel.
See, that cleaver looks so light to me.
I failed to see again. It is harder for me to spot because I can just see the full illusion pack.
Oh yeah, of course. Does anyone in the chat agree? Doesn't that cleaver look super light? Like you could always tell it was a fake?
I mean, some things we are hard to pick up and some things are stealth changes. Like the change of the color on the Burn the Bridge. I remember and you're like, yeah,
we discovered that during that tournament, didn't we?
Yep.
That was awesome.
Literally tournament exclusive.
Yeah, so if you're not sure what we're talking about, during one of the last tournaments we noticed that the friendly Burn the Bridge has a blue tint to it, so you can tell which is a friendly bridge burn and which is an enemy bridge burn.
Right now.
The cleaver looks light to me.
Maybe yes, but I do believe. Oh, it's really hard to tell. That ghost will not do anything. Oh, they double spelled again. Well, these ghosts.
They got a ghost from their
Can
perk.
they stop? Yes, nice.
Probably not going to do anything unless they get very lucky with it.
It's just a stun on face, right? It's gonna be a stun on face. Ah, no.
It just gets shut down.
You do have me a cool stun on face, right? For the style.
Not the best thing they could have picked out from perk 3.
Well, that one is running turn.
Hey, Bara going down to the Sunder, push at the top. We've got the Blue Golem, we've got the Yahoon. Where's the Curse Bearer? The Curse Bearer will be licking his lips looking at that setup.
Okay, and we are probably gonna see a Curse Bearer on bots, tanking for this Golem, and... well, I guess not, they don't need to.
Hey, here comes the Yahoon.
That was very good.
Near there.
But near into a Golem is always scary. Golem does one tick. Curse Bearer distract the Yahoo, that's very good for near here. Oh,
here comes the Ghost. Ooh, look at the Ghost.
He's actually gonna get on there.
Oh, that was so close.
Wow. I guess after the Ghost nerf, where it can no longer trigger, we can no longer convert mythic units, it could still be, it would probably could reduce that timer a little bit. Although then again, it sometimes happens that once the target that the Golem is focusing on dies, he does not need the full cooldown again. His target is within range, without instantaneously converts it. It's still kind of bugged, but also because of that interaction, I would say the reason it can be dangerous to reduce that timer on the Ghost.
Okay, good XP lead for the red team. Looking to tie this up. Oh, they're going to get the Ghost at the bottom there. Grabs the Brother of the Burning Fist. That's important. This is looking bad for the blue team, for Nataraja and RickG. They're really trying to hold on here, but they're behind on XP. They've taken face damage. There's already the next push coming, and they haven't dealt with this push yet.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. And another power plays. They did just play their first dragon. So, like, until now, they were in kind of a disadvantage the whole third perk time, because they were kind of playing with the F3rd perk. Now that this dragon has come into the fray, they have the pressure from the third perk, from the Morella third perk. They can work with that. Wow, that rather got shredded, but still, I don't think
it's not going to do too much. They don't want to lose the boom buggy in the corner there.
They are now mana frenzy. The dragon is going to be stunned because of the Ghost, and that's huge because they have the bridge. So this is probably going to be it.
Yeah, mana frenzy now. They're looking to bring this back to 2 games all. It's very close.
Can RickG and Nataraja come around from this? They are essential. Like essential always has a slight better chance, especially with red. There we go. There we see. But not enough. We saw that the bridge wasn't even enough to remain blue. Worldly being forced to play on the bridge, goes into the defense, does nothing, dies. Ghost is just whatever Ghost thinks.
Oh, the friends coming for the
defending, it's not enough. Yeah.
For the blue team, but they're already too far behind. This is just way too much. This is going to be 2 games all. Wow, we're going to go into a decider.
Is this going to be the reverse sweep? We are just 2-2. The reverse sweep. Oh, the frost feathers on the...
It's possible.
The owls wanting to bask in the glory of the win. Very, very interesting.
Game number 5. Couldn't be any tighter. Okay, so dragoN and Pom now have the momentum. They've won 2 in a row. Nataraja and RickG will be wondering now. They were so close and they weren't able to close it out. That'll be playing on their mind for sure.
I mean, all players are very good and capable of coming up with something new and surprising us. So I'm really looking forward to what this final match, right? This is literally the final match.
Yeah, whichever way it goes, this is the final match.
Winner takes it all, right?
Winner takes it all. Right. Okay, let's find this last game. Which is this one.
I'm just realizing the amount of music references we've been doing on these casts.
Gonna get DMCA'd for it.
Hope not.
Okay, are you ready to go?
All ready to go. Excitement could not be higher. Click
Okay,
to continue could not be closer to the mouse. Let's go.
This is the final game in this series. The winner does take it all. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thanks for tuning into the Caesar Network. We've got a corker of a fight for you today.
What are we
Here
seeing?
on
So
Minion
RickG and
Master.
Nataraja are playing Stormbringer and King Puff. First time we are seeing King Puff on this match. And dragoN and Pom are playing AFF and Stormbringer. They have also not done this combo before. We probably know what the decks are because we've seen the Stormbringer and we've seen the AFF. They probably just combined them. But now together, let's see how good they fare.
Seen how strong King Puff is. Once they get to that perk 3, it's a massive power spike. But let's see. They've got to get there first.
And I mean, to be honest, I'm actually surprised we did not see it before because oh, that's a very dark pull. King Puff is very strong right now. I feel especially in remakes because you can really play well and fine tune well with your teammate. The thing is, his biggest counter is Volko because you swap the bridge, bridges are burned, your third perk did nothing. But both teams ban Volkos. Wow!
Yep.
A Zali combo.
Azali very strong at the moment, Horde very strong, and of course perk 3 with those Night Puffs and the Azali combination, that can be
doing
almost a GG.
This is scary. This is scary. Boom Buggy, the Jumping Monkey, Scrapyard coming out, and dragoN and Pom cannot invest him in the Scrapyard because they've invested in defending. Bridges are blue.
Taking a lot of damage already.
Wow. We see a wolf on bot. This wolf is gonna tank whatever comes out of the Scrapyard.
Okay, Scrapyard on both sides.
Yep, and already generated 8 mana value that Scrapyard. And extra 4 mana, so that Scrapyard already generated 12 mana value for 4 mana.
That golem melting at the top though. It's going to be dead before the statue even gets to it. That's a problem.
What a swap!
Nice bridge switch though. But they still need to deal with whatever's going to keep coming out of that.
This is very scary for dragoN and Pom. dragoN and Pom, this might be it.
Oof, that
This
whole
is probably gonna be it.
that
They have
statue.
not. Wow.
That statue. Wow, we've had some long games, but that was just. We spoke about how King Puff can be so strong in the late game, but
And that
they didn't
blue
even need to
swap,
get there.
so good. Like swapping the hasted statue that your opponents gave you to stay in front of the scrapyard that just spawned lots of units. Wow, that is awesome.
It's very frustrating when you die to the statue that you give to your opponent, but that is the danger with the rock rivals. You've got to be able to deal with that statue in there. That golem just melted before the statue even got there. The bridge switch just removed all of the DPS from the statue, and the statue just carried on, got to face. Of course, it's hasted, so it doesn't take very long to get there. And once it gets there, it just shreds. That is 3 games to 2. Nataraja and RickG are champions. They did it the hard way. They got there in the end.
I mean,
it's me.
Who takes the easy way anyway, right? Like, who does that?
Right. So they crushed the first best of 5, 3 games to 0. They took the second, the next 2 games to go 2-0 up in the second best of 5, but then dragoN and Pom fought back 2 games all, but then ultimately Nataraja and RickG just closing out 3 games to 2, and they have been taken as our champions.
The champions. We are not the champions, they are the champions.
They are the champions. Wow.
I gotta keep it going now, right?
Good stuff. Okay.
Interviews or anything?
I'm not sure if Nataraja's around or RickG. If they want to come on and say anything, they're more than welcome to.
Let's see if I can use any guild leader power. I suspect not. Does not work on this.
Okay, so we got another big tournament tomorrow. If you're around, make sure you come check it out. It's going to be the 18th of September. It's the GG Tour Knights Duel. Number 5, Defago's going to be with me again. Cosmic's going to be with us as well. Shinobi's going to be greasing us all up. It's going to be incredible. Look forward to that. If you want to get involved, then sign up for it. And if you want to come watch, come check it out from 10 AM Eastern. 3 PM GMT. Right, we're just going to see if Nataraja wants to come on and say anything. Okay, Looks
GMT
like
plus 1, right?
Sorry?
3 p.m. GMT plus 1.
No, 3 p.m. GMT. 10 a.m. Eastern.
We are
3
in GMT plus 1 right now. London
Oh,
summer
I
time.
see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, you know, you're right. British summertime. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Sorry, yeah.
British, not London.
Sorry, yeah, British summertime. 3 p.m. British summertime. But then it's also not Eastern time, it's Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So this gets...
Oh! Oh my
So
god.
we're still 5 hours ahead of them. But now we're GMT plus 1 and they're at GMT minus 4 instead of GMT minus 5, just to keep everything nice and simple. And of course, when Daylight Savings ends, the time that the Daylight Savings end in America, like 2 weeks different to when Daylight Savings end in Europe. So that really helps during that period.
Yeah. It does mean Europe remains ahead, right? In time. So
Yes. Okay, well, thanks so much for your help with this one, Dfogo. Hopefully, we didn't keep you up too late.
Yeah, it was just on time.
That was a great final. Lots of games. We saw
Very
some real
good.
close games, some long games, but we also saw some really short games as well. So you're never quite sure exactly where these games are going to go. Even that last one, that bridge switch, that statue, that GG. But very well played to Nataraja and RickG, our champions. Pom and dragoN, very well fought. Runners-up. And thanks to everyone that gets involved in these tournaments, the admin team, all the players, commentators, everything like that. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here in the Fish Tank, and we'll see you soon on the next one.